guys, Warchop V1 here, with a little bit of an educational video. This is part 27 of my walkthrough. On this video, I'm going to show you how to make every boss soul weapon besides Lord Gwyn's, because, you know, I haven't gotten to Lord Gwyn yet. But first of all, we're going to warp to the Chamber of the Princess, because you have to be at the giant blacksmith in order to make boss soul weapons. You'll be wondering, how did you get all these plus 10 weapons to make boss souls out of? Yeah, well, I kind of cheated a little just for educational purposes. I don't plan on using all these weapons that I'm going to build. I went and just gave myself a plus 10 of everything I need, as well as the souls that you can make more than one weapon out of. I gave myself extra boss souls. So I apologize if this offends anybody, but I don't plan on using these weapons. Like I said, this is for educational purposes only. This is to show people every weapon that you can build from a boss soul and what they look like and how they work. And that's all this video is for. This is nothing more than that. I don't plan on keeping them for myself and using them in the rest of my playthrough. I just figured this was a good time to go ahead and show you this. And, you know, after I get through the DLC, there'll be a little bit more to show you. There's, you know, there's other bosses there that you can get stuff from, and, you know. So here we go.
What's that shiny?
Oh, yeah. By the way, he wants the crystal ember. Give it to him.
I had shiny. I made weapons.
Yes, sir. I made the mistake by saying Andre earlier on one of the last videos, saying you give that to Andre. Well, no you don't. You give it to the giant. Alright, so what we're going to do, first you have to have a weapon up to a plus 10. So you have to go to Andre of Astora to make whatever weapon out of all these up to a plus 10. I'm going to show you what weapons you need and what you can use in order to make these boss souls. So modify equipment. Check it out. If you have a dagger, I gave myself enough souls, just enough souls to do this, and then I'll be back down to the amount that I had to begin with. If you have a dagger of any sorts, it can be a paring dagger, a regular dagger, or whatever dagger, and you have Sif's soul, you can make a great sword of Artorias. Now, if you have a broken straight sword, you can also make a great sword of Artorias. They're different great swords of Artorias, trust me, they're different. One is cursed, one is not. I will show you the difference here in a little bit. Also, the last thing that you can build with the great sword, or with the soul of Artie, is or with the soul of Sif, I'm sorry, is a great shield of Artorias. Alright, so there's that stuff so far. Now that we've built that, let's see, soul of Quelag. We're going to build Quelag's Fury Sword and a Chaos Blade. I have 2 souls of Quelag. Don't ask how. This is for educational purposes, guys. The Scimitar, any curved sword you can use to make Quelag's Fury Sword, which is freaking awesome. I'll show it to you in a little bit. The Chaos Blade is also freaking awesome. You need any kind of katana up to a plus 10, and you can make it. Alright, the Golem soul, the core of the Iron Golem, you can use to make either a Golem Axe or the Dragon Bone Fist, which you need any kind of fist weapon. So I just say use the Kestis, or however you pronounce this, and you make a Dragon Bone Fist. With the soul of Gwendolyn, you can use it for one of two things. Either mix it with a plus 10 bow and make a Dark Moon bow that also deals faith damage, or you can mix it with any catalyst and make the 10 Dark Moon Catalyst. The 10 Dark Moon Catalyst makes it to where it casts intelligence, of course, but it scales off of faith. So if you have, say, 50 faith and 30 intelligence, it's going to scale off that 50 faith. It's you know, it's useful. Let's move on to the Moonlight Butterfly. With the soul of the Moonlight Butterfly, you can either make a crystal ring shield, which I will show you, it's pretty damn awesome, or you can use it to make the Moonlight Butterfly horn. I will show it to you. I cannot use it. It is full intelligence weapon. It does no physical damage, only sorcerer, or only magic damage. Now, for Smo, you need any hammer, plus 10, and you can make Smo's hammer mixed with his soul, of course. The Dragon Slayer spear is Ornstein's soul mixed with a +10 spear. Priscilla's soul mixed with a +10 scythe gives you a life hunt scythe. Now that we have built everything out of every soul that I have, I should be completely out of boss souls. Let's go double check on that. I have no boss souls left. All I have left is what I've been picking up throughout the playthrough. So now let me go showcase all of this stuff for you. Alright. That's what this video is all about. I'm just trying to showcase everything. Now the one that I did not make is the Lord Gwyn of Cinder, the Great Lord Great Sword. All you need is a great sword, like say a bastard sword or a claymore or anything of that sort. That mixed with the Lord Gwyn's soul will make the Great Lord Great Sword. It is a pretty badass great sword. Now, let me put away all the stuff I'm using just to show you the stuff that we just built. I do not plan on using this for the playthrough. This is all for, like I said, educational purposes. So first off, I'm going to show you both of Quellag's weapons that you can make. Let's see, where's the Chaos Blade? Alright, so you have Quellag's Fury Sword, built with any curved sword, mixed with her soul, and this sword does mainly fire damage with a little bit of physical. It scales off of humanities, up to 10 humanities, plus dexterity. So if you have 10 humanities and you have dexterity, then you have this badass sword. It is a cool ass looking sword that does lots of fire damage. Its stats are right here. This is with, a decent amount of dex already. I have 34 dex. It does 170 plus 35 fire, so that's 205 fire, plus 60 and 67, that's 127. That's alright. It's pretty cool. Now, as for the Chaos Blade, this is a special katana. This katana deals a ton of bleed damage. Like, the damage itself, it's a ton of bleed buildup, how about I say. It's when you actually bleed out, it's still just like most other weapons. It bleeds out 30% of your life, but the bleed up goes fast, so it only takes a few hits in order to cause someone to bleed. But it does take your life as well. Every hit, whether you land an attack on their shield or on their body, takes life from you. It takes 20 points of your HP. This is what it looks like. The only difference in looks is it has the red sash wrapped around the bottom of the handle, and it's got the regular R1s of a katana, but the difference is its trigger attack. That is its one-handed, and its two-handed is that. That is the difference of that weapon. Like I said, anytime you land a hit on an opponent, it will take 20 HP of your life. So let's move on. That was Quellag. So now let's try out whose. Let's see. The Golem Axe. I have to hold it with two hands. That's too bad. And let's go ahead and do the Dragonbone Fist. That way, this is both things that you can make with the core of the Iron Golem. Alright, the Dragonbone Fist, you make it with Iron Golem's core. I already showed you how to make it. And it's good for punching. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but one cool thing is it has this attack, a big old uppercut. That will send your opponent flying in the air, which is pretty damn cool. It makes you feel so helpless when you're in the air. So that's what its trigger attack is. You cannot two-hand it, so those are its only attacks. And this, I wish I could one-hand to show you. The trigger attack shoots a shockwave out in front of you that can knock your opponent to the ground. The one-handed trigger does. The two-handed trigger is just a smash. It can pancake your enemy. It has a regular axe moveset other than that. I wish I could show you its one-handed trigger, but I cannot. It does not work properly for me. So that's what the core of the Iron Golem makes. Let's see, what is next? Smo's hammer. I can't wield it at all. Where's Ornstein's, I'll find it. The Dragon Slayer Spear. Alright, Smo's hammer. I can't wield it with two or one hand yet, but it's just what it looks like, a big old hammer that smashes the hell out of your opponents. It requires 58 strength just to one-hand it. Just so you know, 58 strength. It's a pain in the ass when you get hit with that thing. It hurts like hell. Alright, so Ornstein's spear is really cool. It deals a mix of lightning and physical damage. Oops. Its one-handed trigger shoots lightning at a distance. It is a ranged attack, which is really cool, I think, in my opinion. Its two-handed attack, its two-handed bump is just that. The two-handed trigger works in doubles. If you trigger once and then again, once and a second time, that flings your opponent in the air. Makes you feel helpless as hell when you fly in the air. So its second trigger attack flings your opponent in the air. Next on the list, Moonlight Butterfly Horn. I can't wield it. Moonlight Shield, let me show you this. That's what you make from the Moonlight Butterfly and a spear. Where's the shield at? This is what you make from the Moonlight Butterfly and a shield. The shield can block as well as shoot a ranged attack, which is pretty damn cool, isn't it? That ranged attack deals magic damage only. It does not require you to have any magic, only 10 strength. So that deals magic damage. It only blocks 70% physical, but it blocks 90% magic, 70% fire, and 40% lightning. It's not that bad of a shield, really. The butterfly horn is exactly what it is. I mean, it's just a spear, that's all, but it deals nothing but magic damage. So if you are a mage, this is actually a really cool spear to use. It can hit through most shields, stuff like that, because it deals magic damage. Now, let's move on to Artorias. I cannot wield his sword, but I can wield his shield. I have two of his swords. Where are they? I made these from the Soul of Sif. There's one, and where's the other? They do different types of damage than each other. Some people like the cursed one better, some people like the regular one better. Alright. I know I can't wield either of them. I can't show you their movesets. They're actually pretty damn cool, though. The swords look very, very similar. They may look exactly the same. I don't think so, though. No, they just look very similar. They do not look exactly the same. I can tell a difference right above the hilt. This one has more of a lump than this one. That's all I could tell by looking. But check this out. 178 plus 155, all physical. This one deals physical and magic. So that's the difference between the cursed sword and the regular sword. The shield is just a giant shield that can smash. That is the shield of Artorias. You make that from any great shield as well as Sif's soul. It actually deals 100 physical damage when you do a smash with the amount of strength I have at the moment, with 35 strength. But it blocks 100% physical, 80% fire. I mean, it's a nice little shield, lots of stability. It's a cool shield. So that is the shield of Artorias, the great shield of Artorias. Next. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my shield because I think I'm out of shields that I'm going to show you. Yeah, that's all the shields to show off. Now, what other weapons are there, if any? I may have gone through the list. I don't know yet. We will find out. Let's see. The 10 Dark Moon Catalyst, like I said, it casts sorceries, but it scales off of faith. So that's pretty damn cool, right? If you're a faith mage and you want to be able to use like great magic weapon, it takes 15 intelligence to use. If it scales, then this would be nice. Or just say great heavy soul arrow, something like that. If you have a lot of faith, you can make that really hurt. What else? I have a Dark Moon bow. I cannot wield it because I do not have faith at all. But it deals magic and physical damage, both. If you use this with moonlight arrows, it's pretty good at getting through a shield or anything. It's a nice-ass bow. It really is. That was from Gwendolyn. What else? we have the Life Hunt Scythe from Priscilla, one of my personal favorites. The Life Hunt Scythe builds up bleed damage on yourself whenever you use it. Anytime you land an attack on your enemy, your bleed builds up just a little more and a little more every hit. So you can actually bleed yourself out by using this. A lot of people use it with the Blood Bite Shield or with the Blood Bite Ring. The Blood Shield, sorry, or the Blood Bite Ring. I really just use it as is. I do most of my attacks with something else, and then I'll go and try to bleed them out with this, because the actual bleed damage that this causes is 50% of your HP. So if you bleed someone out with this, it's going to take half their life. It's amazing, isn't it? It is a nice ass scythe. I love it. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. Let's see, is there anything else at all? I may have just done it all. Let's see. That is everything, guys. That is everything. So that is all the boss soul weapons besides the Great Lord Great Sword, which, like I said, you just use a Great Sword class weapon, like the Claymore, the Bastard Sword, the Flamberge, whatever, plus 10, and you mix it with the Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder Soul. Every one of these boss soul weapons scales off of Demon Titanite. It takes 9 Demon Titanite total. Oh shit, or is it 8? I can't remember off the top of my head. 8 or 9 Demon Titanite total in order to max out one of these weapons. Every time you level it up once, it takes 5,000 souls to level it up, as well as to build them. Costs 5,000 every time you build one. So, you know, they cost a lot of money to build, but they all are so unique. They're so cool to use. They're some of my favorite weapons, you know. That's all I got for you on this video. I just wanted to show you how to build boss soul weapons and show you a showcase of all the boss soul weapons, because I've never done that before, and I figure I needed to give you a showcase of some of this stuff. So this is just a bonus video of the day. I also have another walkthrough video for you. This was just there to show some of the newer guys how and what to do with all the boss souls. Alright guys, well, I hope this was informative and helpful to someone. I'm going to keep some videos coming to you. I hope you're enjoying my walkthrough. Please comment, like, and sub, and I'm on my way to the DLC content now, because I have finished everything here. So I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.